All right, we're back and we're live. Okay, um, so now let's look a little further. Uh, Here we have our if else if statement. Let's do this. So let's say we want to know what day of the week it is. How can we find that out? Again, we're using the date object here. I can say uh, var today. Well, let's right instead. Let's do this. I can find what day of the week is by using uh, get day. So the get day method of date instances returns the day of the week for this date according to local time, where zero represents Sunday for the day of the month. We can look at get date. But what get day does is going to return the day of the week, and it's going to be represented by the numbers 0 through 6. Okay, whereas Sunday is 0, Saturday is 6. Okay, so let's say I want to console what day of the week it is. Um, and for human purposes, what good is it going to be when someone asks you what day it is and you're going to say, "Oh, today's 1"? They're going to look at you crazy, right? And we don't want to be looked at crazy. At least some of us don't, right? Um, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to say, hey, if today dot get day is equal to 0, what am I? Close up. Yeah. What's going on over here? Then I will log out Sunday. And then if I want to do Monday, I need to say, hey, else if today dot get day is equal to 1, then log out Monday. I can already see this is going to be a treat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this closing curly brace all the way up here to else if. I'm just going to copy that and paste up, back it up. Let's see. Paste right there. Change this to 2. It'll be Tuesday. Paste it again. This is fun. 3. This will be Wednesday. Right here. Good thing I only have to go to 6. Paste it again. This will be 5. Your favorite day of mine. Thus says the cure. Friday. I'm in love. And then 6. Thus says Sherelle. Saturday love. So let me just clean this up. Allegedly. So here's my chain now. Okay. And I'm saying, hey, if today.getDay is equal to 0, then console.log Sunday. If it's 1 Monday, all the way down to Saturday. So what I should have here in the console is Monday, because that's what day of the week it is at the time of me recording this video. Okay. So, and I just copied and pasted. You're going to want to check again, make sure that your curly braces and everything are properly ordered, your parentheses, all that stuff. Again, you can see that this can be a bit of a mess, right? It can get pretty nasty. So you see here, as you can imagine, else if chains can become very long, making the code less readable. The more choices that can be made, the more code blocks will be needed. That means more curly braces and parentheses to keep track of. When the else if statement gets too long, a better option may be to use what we call the switch statement. And what the switch statement does, it evaluates an expression and matches it against a set of cases. The code from the matching case will then be executed. And if there is no match, then the default clause is needed. So this is what a switch looks like right here. Come and we have the switch statement. So this is going to help clean this up a little bit because we can see that this is a bit of a mess. This is a wreck, if you will. So the syntax for using the switch, and it's kind of a different philosophy, kind of, sort of, but basically how we can handle decisions. I use the switch keyword, okay? And inside here, inside of the parentheses, I have an expression. And then curly brace, like so. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a case. So I have a case, and that is a keyword. And then I'll just say case A, and then a colon. And then on the next line, I will do A. And then what I need to do after that is I need to have a break. And then I have a case B. And then here we will do B. And then we'll break. And I'll do that as much as I need to. And then I'll need a default. And then I'll just say default stuff. Yes. Oh, thank you. Switch stitch. There we go. Because that'd be a mess. Yeah, we use the switch keyword, not the switched keyword. So this looks a little bit different, and it should help us. Now, with the expression, that expression is not necessarily a condition. Okay, in other words, it doesn't necessarily have to evaluate to true or false. It's just going to evaluate to something. Okay. So how could we change this up? We want to clean this up to where it becomes a little more readable, because right now, this, while it does work, okay, it is a way of doing this, it is not readable. So what do I want to do? I'm going to use the switch keyword. I'm going to say switch. And the expression is just going to be today dot get day. Like so. And then my curly brace. And now what I can say is, if the case is 0, or how about this? Let's do this right here. So I will have switch today, get day. Before that switch, I'm going to have, I'm going to say var message. So I'm going to go ahead and initialize message right here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, if case is 0, meaning today.getDay is 0, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to say message gets football season is almost over with. What will the good American do with his/her time? And break. Case 1, message will get, case 1 equals, or case 1 is just another case of the Mondays. Anybody? Case of the Mondays? Come on, y'all. Where's your culture? Office Space. Hello? You guys gotta watch the movies. Case 2. Message will get Taco Tuesday. Break. Case 3. I'm gonna say message is gonna get Hump Day. Break. And I do like to put semicolons after my breaks for whatever reason. I don't know. That's just something I like to do. It's just a me thing. Message is going to get Friday Eve. Break. Case 5. Message is going to get It's Friday. I'm in love. That was a great song. I would listen to that when I was a teenager. Come on, every time it came on the radio, I'd be singing it. I did not. Case 6. Message is don't ask me to do anything on Saturday. Break. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my semicolon there because I just said I like to do that. And then I'm gonna do my default. And my default I'm gonna say message. Just gonna get error. I'm gonna put that there. And I'm gonna break. So here it looks a little bit cleaner, okay? And it kind of this helps to understand exactly what we are doing. I think it's a little more declarative, if you will. And it says, hey, the expression that we're passing in is today.getDay. So now we're done with, in this instance, whether this is something that's true or false. Okay. And now when I'm looking at, hey, each case, in the case that today.getDay is 0, then the message we're going to store into message this string here. And make sure that for each case, you add your break, okay? And what that break does is it stops the execution of the code there, okay? And we'll just go outside of the block. Basically, what we're saying here with break is, hey, I've done what I needed to do. Now you can leave this block of code, all right? Now, outside of my block, my switch statement, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to log out message. And when I do that, I get case 1 is just another case of the Mondays because today is Monday.
You type really fast. What's your type speed?
I have no clue, but I will say this. When I was in high school in 11th grade, I took typing. That was a class I had to take, and essentially we had to just type the entire day. We had And we had one of those old school typewriters that didn't have a computer to type on. It was like the old school typewriter. So we had a half paper, and we whatever page that we're working on, and just sit there and just type stuff over and over again. And that was all we had to do each day. Just sit there and just type. Um, and you had to check for your mistakes. So if I make a mistake, I had to move my typewriter over to get some whiteout, uh, delete the error, erase it, and then type over it correctly. And I tell you what, every single day, without fail, I finished third every single day. There was this one guy, he would always finish first, and then second would be either one or two girls that would finish second, but I would be third every single day. So yeah, it's just practice. And also, when you're working in VS Code, it's important that you do this. Again, like I said, don't just sit there and watch me, but actually do the stuff yourself. As you're typing in this editor, particularly Visual Studio Code, you'll pick up on all of the different image abbreviations and little shortcuts and stuff that it has. You just get more familiar with it, but it's not going to happen by you sitting there watching me. I guarantee. You just do it. Just type. Make your mistakes and move on. But yeah, humble brag. I was always finishing uh, third. So I don't remember how fast it was, but I was trying to beat that guy, and I could never beat him. And if I ever see him, I'm gonna let him know, like, man, 30 years later, like, you would always beat me in typing. 30 years later, man, that's something to say. I don't feel it. All right, so yeah, like if I wanted to, like if I come over here and right now I have today that I get day, let's say I just want to switch it just so that you can see that I'm not lying to you. Let's say I said switch that's 5. I'm passing in 5 right here. It's Friday. I'm in love. So as you can see here, that the switch can be used as an alternative to the else if statement, because the else if statement can get pretty long and pretty it can be a little nasty with all these curly braces and parentheses. And I admit that is something about JavaScript and just code in particular. You have to be careful. Okay, you got to be mindful of that. The switch eliminates that. You just have to know how to write a switch statement. Okay, but you can see here that it handles that same task just in a different way. And I think in an instance like this, it's much more readable than doing it with um, the else if. And so yeah, here we go. This is pretty much what we've done here. Uh, so I have var today gets Thursday. I just wrote that in there statically, and we have our switch statement, which passes in today as the expression. In the case that's Friday, console.log, here I come, weekend, here I come, and then break. Case Thursday, console.log, one more day of work, and then break. And then the default, we're just going to console.log, is it Friday yet? Because that is the way that we all think. And if you don't, I think you're an op. But anyways, like this is the switch. I would say, let's practice this. Coming up with different instances. Maybe you can build a tester to see if a number is odd or even. You can also see if a number is positive or negative. Um, so many other things. The options are practically limitless. Okay, So what I would like for you to do is to spend some time using if statements and switch to kind of solve those kind of problems. Again, listen, I get it. You know, it's great to sit and listen to me, and it's great to sit there and watch me do stuff and marvel at how fast I type and how cool I am and the way my skin looks on this video. but but no, it's gonna take you practicing. It's gonna take you actually writing the stuff, making mistakes. If you make a mistake, hey, pause the video or ask. You know, you can even leave a comment in this video since I'm doing videos now. Hey, how did you get such and such to work? How can you do this? And then figure it out. Okay, that's the way you're going to learn how to do this. And quite frankly, that it's not even that's the best way to learn. I say that's the only way that you're really going to learn how to do this. So practice on this. In the other two videos dealing with decisions, the next video we're going to talk about how to write tasks in a much better way where we're not repeating things over and over again. All right. See you later.